Welcome back, my name is Benji, and today I was welcoming to the second episode of our Pro Cyclist mode on Pro Cycling Manager 2020. On today's episode, we're going to be starting with the Cyanide Cups. Depending on how long that takes, I will decide to do even more than that, or not. The first one on the menu is this one. We've got a relatively hilly parkour. It's not a parkour that I know. It's 120 kilometers with 3 recurring circuit hills, it seems. The last one does seem to be a tiny bit different from the earlier two. Nonetheless, I don't know what to expect. I generally don't know how good we are when it comes to the hills yet. We do have a decent hill stat. We have that solid 69 hill at the moment with 70 acceleration, so on paper I'd say we can even fight for a top 10 here. Nonetheless, I expect to have to work for the team or go into the breakaway. Work at the head of the peloton for 20 kilometers. I'll go ahead and put myself on 70 relay, not too much at the start. I'll let the breakaway form first. We've got a -4 on the day, man. That's actually crazy. Our stats are horrible today. Oh my god, our secondary is 51 stamina, 50 resistance. Oh no. That is horrible. We're working together with the others at the front of the peloton. We have 23 out of 20, so we've passed our original goal, which is good. Nonetheless, we want to get a tiny bit more because I do want to get that exceptional bonus on the XP. And it might be worth it to just keep going for a bit. But I'm catching my teammate though, so it's relatively inefficient to do so, but yeah, it's my goal. I gotta do it. There we go, halfway the race and losing contact. We've lost all our yellow and red after working. We did our job, and yeah, nothing else can be said here. Surprisingly, we've got a teammate in the top 5, Leonard Teugels. Never heard of the guy actually. I don't even know his stats. If I scroll down, we see that we are 53rd. Which is not amazing. We're in the last 20 riders of the peloton. Nonetheless, we worked for the first half of the race, so we can't expect to be high up after that. Wait, what? 45 kilometers? I stopped at 30. Maybe I was in a group that I didn't know I was spacing? That's possible. Exceptional though, so that's great. Nonetheless, we also have our teammate doing great, so that's perfect. 21 points for us. We get halfway towards level 3. And now on to the final Cyanide Cup. This one is not exactly our thing. It's a mountain stage. Potentially we should go into the breakaway. It depends on what the team tells us to do. If we have to work, we have to work. Otherwise, I might try it. Looks like we're going to be working in the peloton again for 15 kilometers on this one. So let's go ahead and do so. My teammate wants me to stay tucked in because he's attacking, but I'll have to pace, man. One thing that I don't like about Pro Cyclists is that your team doesn't really conform with the missions you have. My riders are attacking and I am forced to chase them down because I need to do so for my objective on the day, which is kind of unrealistic. Unfortunately, I'm catching the breakaway in my work here, so that's exactly what I meant earlier. Nonetheless, I'm having serious trouble working really because these guys are better climbers and I'm trying to keep myself at the front to do the work, but I'm just not good enough to be at the front working for the amount of time that I need to. 12 out of 15, so let's try and keep it up for another 3 kilometers. Potentially try and go for the exceptional. I just don't want to go 85, but it looks like I have to unless I can slow down right now. Looks like it's possible. My rider unfortunately ran out of energy while working. I'm going to try and move towards the front again and take over for the final kilometer that we need to do so. Let's dive into the downhill on 99 in the hopes that I'm at the front of the group during the downhill, but it's going to be difficult to pass every single one here, but it looks like we're passing Mr. Cherkasov in a second here. If we can get towards the guy at the front there, then we can try and take over the work and get our final kilometer in. There we go, the final kilometer has been done. I'll try and keep it up for a tiny bit more, but I don't think we'll reach exceptional on this one. Nope, we're gone. We're totally gone. We're going to be finishing lonely in the back here. We're going to die towards the finish line. Still some kilometers to go. You should be able to step out of the race once your objective is done, like some riders do in real life and one-day races. Looks like we don't have godlike climbers in our team for this Cyanide Cup. Our first teammate came home in 17th, Johnny Marchand. He's got no stats visible for me personally. We're way down on 44th, but it's actually better than our last stage, so I guess we're improving. Surprisingly, we do get our exceptional evaluation. Because in the past I remember this being that you had to do extra to get this, but apparently that's not the case then. Nonetheless, we do get another plus 10 points and plus 2% manager satisfaction. This will probably keep on growing towards 100 though, because you can't really do much wrong. The Cyanide Cups are done. Next up is the Tour of Colombia. I'll try and do this as well in this episode because otherwise it's a very short one. So let's go ahead towards that race. We're gonna pass the end of the month, so we should get some experience from that. Seems like we also get a skill point again. I think that's for the first 2 levels indeed. And then we also get improvement of attributes or evolution of potential. So let's take a look at that. We can choose between quite a lot, and I've got the feeling that, holy crap, stage races is pretty lit. Nonetheless, it does not improve the things that we actually stand for, so I don't want to go for that. Climber is a bit lacking. I've got Time Trial with lacking as well. Sprinter as well. Puncher gives us 70 hills, 72 acceleration, so that might be worth it. And with Northern Classics we get 69 cobblestones instead. I think I'm gonna go for Puncher on this one because that seem to be the improvements that I do want on this rider, so let's go ahead and select this one. 70 hills, 65 mountain, also 69 flat, 72 acceleration, so that's worthy of potentially winning a stage already. And our secondary is blowing up on this one with a +3 on most of them. Once again, we've got our skill points. I generally don't know what to go for really. I would like to go for attentiveness because I want to make it just a bit of passive income when it comes to experience. I don't want to upgrade all the skills that quickly when it comes to technique and such because that might be a bit too overpowered in the first season. One thing I'm not sure about is that I can't exactly see these stages on the right top, all 6 of them. I don't know where I can click to see the overview of the stages of each tour, so that is something I am lacking on the screen. Can I do so here? I cannot. I literally have to go back and go towards the calendar to be able to see that overview, so that's quite a lot of clicks for something that was able to happen in 1 or 2 clicks in the past. We've got 6 stages on the menu. We've got a flat one from Palmyra to Palmyra, and another flat one from Palmyra to Palmyra, and another flat one from Palmyra to Buga, and a hilly one with a bit of an uphill mountain finish, to be honest. The Alto Buqueron. I don't think I can do much on this one. Nonetheless, we've got our acceleration now. We've got our hill stats, so we might be able to get top 10s here or something, but most likely I do expect to need to work for the team again. On the 5th stage, we've got a punchy stage. This is one where I really want to ride for because I genuinely think that with our stats, we can fight for a top 5 on this one. Depending on the competition, I do believe that the Tour of Colombia has some pretty serious contenders, so we gotta watch out. Lastly, a massive mountain stage, so we're about to get slaughtered here. Anyway, let's get started with the first flat stage. My personal opinion, I don't think we're gonna be fighting for a stage win in this Tour of Colombia. I think I'm mainly gonna have to work for the teammates again on this one. Yes, indeed, we are teammate again. We have to work for 20 kilometers. It is a flat stage, so that will be possible. We've got a plus day, +2 on the day with pretty good stands overall, to be honest. 73 hill. If we've got this on the hill stages, then we can actually do something. To be honest, looking at it from like this angle, the shirt that I'm wearing looks exactly like the Jumbo-Visma one a tiny bit if you've got some imagination, so we might as well be in World Tour already. Personally, I didn't really care about the helmets that were added for Sunweb and Jumbo-Visma, the laser helmets, but within the race they are really notable and they look really good. If I zoom in, they just look so much better than the normal helmets. Like, honestly, when it was announced I didn't care, but within the race they look absolutely stunning. I'm pacing like way too much, to be honest, to do my work, but it's not like we will be able to do much after working anyway, so just gonna keep going like this and complete my work for today's stage. There we go, we are done when it comes to work. 21 kilometers. I'm going to settle myself in the peloton, slowly but surely, moving a bit backwards. Don't want to spend all my energy by being at the front. And I'm just gonna go and sit up and ride out the stage, I guess. Honestly, we're looking much better when it comes to our energy than I thought we would. With about 15 kilometers to go, no breakaway, and we were almost full yellow, so I might try and punch in a sneaky attack towards the end, but most likely I don't see that working out, considering the very high pace of the teams of De Koning and Jumbo-Visma. We've got Steimler pacing like mad at the front here, but I'm going to use my energy gel, and I'm going to try and attack in a second here. It's probably a bad idea, but we might as well just try, you know? They just keep on pacing though. It's gonna be really difficult. These guys have way higher flat. Let's see what we can do here. I'll try and follow the wheel of, I don't know, Christoph? I think that's a good idea. And we will try and, I guess, sprint for it. We're not exactly the best sprinters, but Christoph's wheel should be fine. We're going to try and follow that into the final kilometer. And I'm going to start my sprint right now. I'm going to try and get a top 3 here, I guess. That's a pretty solid sprint. We're going to come 4th in the sprint. We've got like 63 sprint, so yeah, ahead of Ackermann and Jakobsen. I don't know what's going on, but that's probably not supposed to happen. My question now is, are we like the youngest of the first 4? Is Wout van Aert still 25? Is he going to be in youth? No, he's not. We're going to be wearing the youth jersey. That's bloody brilliant. I love it. We've got our first jersey in this store, and in our whole career pretty much, that we're going to be wearing among our shoulders. Thanks to our work, we get excellent at 22 kilometers, so not exceptional on this one, so apparently we do need to work a tiny bit more. And we also have the 4th on the stage, that is a satisfiable performance. Let's click on OK. And nothing with a jersey yet, unfortunately. On to the second stage of the Tour of Colombia. Most likely this will be the last one of the episode, because I'd like to keep these videos relatively short, because then I can upload them very regularly. Otherwise it will be difficult and I'll get slacking again, and most likely that will not end up very good. So I want to keep going, I want to stay motivated, and this is my way to do so. Oh my god, we've got a different goal, and we've got a teammate attacking, which is not ideal because we need to attack as well. I need to get into the breakaway, and I need to do so by getting past people, preferably. Weren't we in the white jersey? I swear we were. We're not. What? I'm confused now. Maybe I saw that or something? That might be possible, but it's weird. Maybe from like intermediate sprints and such that Genietz and Jakobsen got extra there. Nonetheless, let's punch in the attack. Let's try and get away here. Okay, that's not working. Our acceleration is not exactly too great, it seems. Let's try and keep going. Oh, that's bad. We're not allowed to get away. Let's try and regenerate a bit and try again. Let's try and move past, and hopefully this time around they allow me to go. Why? Why? How did you see that coming? Come on, guys. Let's try again. Like, why? I'm not special. I'm not special, guys. I'm only like 3rd in the youth classification. Why would you care about that? Let's move towards the right and see if they respond to what I'm trying right now. I'm going to try and attack away from the wheel of Garrison here. But Garrison is already ready for that. They're like so ready for any attacks, and he's trying to chase me down again, or at least these guys are, which is not ideal because now I'm not in the breakaway today, and I don't think I'll be able to do so because they keep on chasing me. In a good second, I'll try once more, a final time. I'm going to try and move towards the right here and punch in the attack again. We've got no one really chasing, but once again, Tobias Foss has a tempo up already, and yeah, this way we're never gonna get away. That's sad. Looks like I'm not the only one. Everybody that is attacking is not allowed to go away, so I'm afraid that Jumbo, Visma and the Koenig have decided that that is the final breakaway, so we'll have to put our goal for today to rest, which is kind of unfortunate for our experience and our manager's satisfaction afterwards. Just like the last stage, I do see ourselves having much energy in the last 20 kilometers. We don't have as many issues of staying in the peloton as last year's edition of the game, which I kind of like because it was a bit too much at certain points. -3 on the day, so most likely won't be too effective of a day, but we saw the sprint last time, we saw the opportunities, and I'd like to try and take it once again. I'll sit in the wheel of Van Aert. Van Aert seems to be the sprinter for the team of Jumbo Visma, so let's try and use that. Let's try and sprint from his wheel towards the end of today's stage. We're now in the last 5 kilometers. I'm going to use my energy shell and I'm going to try and follow Tony Martin's attack. I was going to say Dan Martin, but it clearly is not him. Tony Martin seems to be pulling for Van Aert, but Van Aert is not exactly there, so let's try and switch towards Honore. Let's go towards Keiser now, and we are moving towards the final 3 kilometers. Can I potentially abuse a train of someone else? That is Peter Sagan. I would love to be in Peter Sagan's wheel for this one. Doesn't look like we are, to be honest. I feel like we're still following Honore, which is not great. Ah, that's not great. Let's try and follow Christoph instead then. Final kilometer and a half. Looks like we're going to be sprinting for it once again. And we're going to try and sprint right now. We're going to finish in the top 10 or 15. Looks to be a decent sprint once again, but the winner is going to be Fabio Jakobsen, stay tucked in from the moment. We're in the sprint, dude, Johnny. Can't you see? I'm fighting for the stage here. In the end, we finished 14th in that stage, so a bit less than I expected. Riders like Oka Atsushi, never heard of him, but he's above us. Rider from Nippo Delco Provence, didn't know that. Nonetheless, 14th on the stage, we're now 10th in GC, but that won't stay. 3rd when it comes to the white jersey. All pretty cool stuff, but yeah, I said it already. We have hill and mountain stages to come, so GC is not gonna be our thing. Unfortunately, we could not succeed when it comes to our objective of the day. The breakaway did not happen because they could not let us go, apparently. We still have our same manager satisfaction, and the progression has stayed on +0, so not exactly the most explosive day. Nonetheless, I'm afraid I'm going to have to end the episode here. 4 beautiful stages we had, but mainly working for our team, trying to attack away, but we failed on that one. For the next episode, we're going to be finishing off the Tour of Colombia, and after that, we're going to go further on in the season towards the Tour of Antalya, and so forth. So, pretty cool stuff. We're flying through at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it, so that's the most important part. The question is, are you enjoying it as well? I hope you are. If you are, then tap that like button. If you're not, then tell me what's wrong and I'll try and make it better for you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.